वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहार जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय जगन्नाथाय जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव। जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। So just let's pray to Guru Parampara also and the Guru Maharaj to understand that, because today we are not specify any sloka, we will go through the summary. So just please hold your hand and pray to Guru Parampara. Om Ajana Yagyana Tamirandakshaya Jnananjana Salakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयतपदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं सगरजातं सगना रघुनाथविन्तं तं सजीवं साविद्वेतं सावधुष्टं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदं सहागण श्रीललिता श्रीविशाखाविन्तं च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपीशा गोपिका कान्तो श्रीराधा कान्तो नमस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर सेवा सादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Then pranam to our dear devotees and all glories to Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. So that today, Samesar Prabhu assigned me the 11th chapter, Sri Bhagavad Gita. The chapter name is the Universal Form. So just the summary, and then we will go to just the summarized text only, and we'll see how much we will cover. But what we are going to be on the topic from this chapter, just as a summary form, we will understand that who is actually the God. We see so many the person declare nowadays Bhagwan, this Bhagwan, that Bhagwan. Through this chapter, we will see who is the greater, Krishna or the Narayana or the many other forms of Krishna. And the second, we will see what the effect seeing the Krishna in the two-hand forms and seeing the Krishna in the Virat Rupa. How the Virat Rupa is fearful compared to the peaceful of the two-hand Narayana form, Krishna form. And we will see the Krishna showing in this chapter, four-hand Narayana form also. And the Virat Rupa comes from Krishna, but Krishna doesn't come from the Virat Rupa. And the Krishna shows based on the Arjun request that the Arjun will see the Brahma, the Lord Shiva, and many other personalities. And Arjun will see that within the Krishna also, his dearmost Pitama, Dronacharya, Karna and all, they all are smashed in Krishna's teeth. And in this chapter, we will see that the Krishnas, like what the Arjun looking other personalities, and after seeing the Virat Rupa, the Krishna praying to Arjun. And he's bringing on the sloka number like almost 14 to 45, this Arjun's prayers. And after the seeing the Virat Rupa, how the Arjun become fearful himself and remembering the Krishna's the friendship time when he was playing with him, sleeping on the same bed, and doing the jokes with him, and he's crying, remembering those times. So let's and then just before that, just like one time one devotee after hearing or this 11th chapter universal form, and then he also came to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, this chapter attracts me more, and I want to imitate on this chapter. Prabhupada says that what you will do that? Tell me that if you want to meditate on this chapter, you want to see Krishna in the universal form, how you can establish the personal relationship, where you will do with the dress of the Krishna, where you will offer the prasadam to Krishna. Tell me from where to start. Even Arjuna also seeing this Virat Rupa and saying that I see you everywhere. I did not see the beginning. I did not see the middle. I did not see the end. I see only Krishna, you everything. And this chapter, how came in the picture, we see the before till the 1 to 9 chapter, Arjun heard the Krishna's opulences. He heard Krishna told, who am I and how the everything comes from me and how I'm entered into the material manifestation. All after hearing all this, Arjun also thinking that let me see the Rupa. Till now, just I heard the complete audio. Now I want to see the video form also. Now, Krishna, I want to see the video forms, whatever you just told me in the wordings or the audio forms. So based on the Arjun request, see that we can begin with this chapter now, and let's see how much we can cover. And in this chapter, the many slokas are very, very important. 1 to 4, Arjun is praying. So let's see what the Arjun is praying to Krishna. And 9th chapter onwards, 9th sloka onwards, Sanjay is going to be explained to Dhritarashtra how the thing is happening in the Kurukshetra. And dear devotees, all we know this Bhagavad Gita introduced, or this particular form, Krishna didn't show him in the closed room. Where he did show this form? In the midst of both the armies. Both the armies, but see that by the spiritual the knowledge, this knowledge we can understand by the spiritual chaksur or the spiritual eyes. By the material mind or material senses, we cannot see, or even we cannot realize this knowledge. Even Krishna saw this form among both the army in the midst form, midst center, but only Arjun see that knowledge. And others are just waiting 45 minutes what is happening. And this knowledge is given to just the 45 minutes. And after hearing the 45 minutes, the Arjun become completely free from all the anxieties, and he reestablished his form. That is the effect of the spiritual knowledge. That's the difference between material knowledge and the spiritual knowledge. If we want to understand the spiritual knowledge, we should have some guru. The guru who can guide us. Like here, Krishna himself is the guru. That's why this form Arjun doesn't, Prabhupada writing many places, Arjun actually was not interested to see this form. But he wanted to show us through him, like in the coming time, when time passing on in the Kali Yuga, or the slowly we see, so many Bhagavan will be introduced in the each and every corner, streets and countries. Then how to see who is Bhagavan and who is not Bhagavan? Somebody say, I am Bhagavan. We see the so many Bhagavans in India, this Amma Bhagavan, and so many people giving the title, okay, this Bhagavan, that Bhagavan. If we ask them, can you show your Virat Rupa? Can you do any Leela? What Krishna did that. So Arjun is helping us only. Even Arjun's mind never doubt about the Krishna, because he was just the medium through the Arjun. Krishna wants to give knowledge to us. There only this region Arjun came in this situation. Otherwise, there is no region. He is the transcendental friend or eternal friend of Krishna. So there is no doubt about Arjun's knowledge. Now let's see how the knowledge sharing happening. Arjun said, by my hearing the instructions you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects, my illusion has now dispelled. After hearing all the 10 chapters, Arjun came in this form, saying that I have no doubt now. All the doubts got cleared. O lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity, and have realized your inexhaustible glories. Because Arjun heard so much the glories from the Krishna. And Krishna himself telling that who am I, how my dham looks like that, and how everything comes from me. Everything is given the knowledge to Arjun by Krishna. And here the text third, O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. So here Arjuna is have that desire to see the form of Krishna's. Which form? The manifestation, how you entered into this manifestation, which is created by you only. The fourth, if you think that I'm able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all majestic power, then kindly show me the unlimited universal form. See, this is the humble request. If we want to learn from somebody, even material knowledge, not the spiritual knowledge, first qualification, the humble mode, not the challenge mode. If you want to learn something, So this is spiritual knowledge we can learn in the humble mood. This is the, we should understand this fact. Arjuna is not saying, oh Krishna, you are saying you are this, you are that. Now can you show me this form? See how he's saying that? If you think I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of majestic power, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self. This is Krishna's complete mercy. Arjuna leaving on Krishna's desire completely. It's your wish. Just if you feel, that's what Prabhupada say that sometimes we pray to Krishna to gain something. We say, Krishna, if you wish to so, please do that. So that's why Arjuna is giving the examples how we should pray. Text 5. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pratha, see now my opulence, hundreds of thousands of very divine and multicolored forms. O best of Bharatas, see here the different manifestation of Adityas, Vasus, Rudra, Ashwini Kumaras, and all other demigods. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard of before. O Arjun, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you want to, whatever you now desire to see, and whatever you want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place. See that. This is the Krishna. This is called Bhagavan. Krishna is not just, declaring proudly. The Krishna is declaring this all because he is the absolute truth. He's absolute. He's saying that you can see everything within my body what you want to see. Same thing we see, not the exact form. The Yasoda Maya also wanted to see Krishna's mouth when he was eating the mitti. Mother Yasoda also has a similar desire, Krishna, show me your mouth. When Krishna opened his mouth, Yasoda Maya also saw everything in Krishna's mouth. And then she also became fearful after seeing all this form. And then she was doubting, who is this? Did I see the correct thing? Or did I become confused? This is Krishna's Leela. The dear devotee only can see it, and dear devotees only can relish it. But you cannot see me without with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my majestic opulences. So this is the first qualification to understand the spiritual knowledge. By this eyes, the material eye, we cannot see this. We need the spiritual eyes to feel it or to see it. How do we get the spiritual eyes? Through the spiritual person only, who have seen this truth or who have realized this truth. 10 to 11, Arjuna saw that in that universal form, unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. Now we see Krishna started to showing the universal forms in the completely the video forms. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. He wore celestial garland and garments, and many divine scents were smeared on his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding. If hundreds of thousands of suns were to raise at once into the sky, the radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. So this is now Arjuna is sharing with us what he was seeing. 14. Then bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances with folded hands, began to pray to the Supreme Lord. From this sloka onwards, now Arjuna, seeing this all form and become obeisances. See, before that he was thinking he is my friend, but just seeing the actual form of Krishna, see the Arjuna now how he is doing the behave, or how he's going to behave just seeing this form. First of all, what he started, offer obeisances. With folded hand, begin to pray the Supreme Lord. Arjun said, my dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva, all the sages and divine serpents. Dear devotees, sometimes we are asking, oh, demigods are parts and parcel of Krishna or not? If we worship the Krishna, we should worship direct Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma. See here, if we worship the Krishna, by default, all are worshipping by default. So this is the symptoms when we worship the Krishna, because everything is inside the Krishna. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, all the sages and divine serpents also. This all the within the Krishna's body. When we do the worship of Krishna, the devotee, we should understand by default all the Devis and Devatas also worshipped. O Lord of Universal, O Lord of Universe, O universal form, I see your body, many, many arms, bellies, mouth, and eyes expanded everywhere without limit. I see you, no end, no middle, no beginning. This is the if we standing middle of the ocean and we are thinking where to go, same situation also we will face, because we don't know where to begin, where to start, and where to end. Same thing Arjun also looking that. That's why Prabhupada replied to devotees, if you want to imitate on the universal form, then how you make the relationship with that? Because there is no beginning. How you want to dress up? From where you will start the dress? Because there is no beginning, no middle, no end. Your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence spreading all on all sides like a blazing fire or immeasurable radiance of sun. Yet I see this glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crowns, clubs, and dishes. This is the Krishna is looking everything within the Krishna's body. You are the supreme primal object. You are unlimited resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible, and you are the oldest, and you are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of God. This is my opinion. This is the see that when we say the how Krishna is the oldest and how Krishna is newest. Yam Yovanam Cha. Krishna is oldest and Krishna is the youngest also. Because Krishna is the beginning. Everything comes from Krishna. That's why we see always Krishna is always youth. Krishna never become old. Even during Mahabharata also, his age almost, I think, 100, more than 115 years old. But we see the Krishna looks like always 25 years old. Did anybody see the Krishna's face, the old or white beard or white hairs? No, we don't. We no picture, or we never see that kind of photo of Krishna. We see always Krishna is young. Even during the Mahabharata, he was sitting on the chariot of Arjun as a Sarathi. His age was looks like just 25 years old. Krishna is always young. Why is young? Because everything comes from him. You are without origin, middle, or end. Your glory is unlimited. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are your eyes. That's why we see that Krishna watching each and every activities. How? Krishna's eyes is sun, moon are your eye. Everything under the control of Krishna. Because sun, you see, sun is everywhere. Light is everywhere. Air is everywhere. The fire is everywhere. This all, the symptoms is there. The Krishna is watching through all this to us. If I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance. This is the Arjuna is looking this all the life, and then going to become slowly fearful. See, we see that kind of scene, even the burning fire and this and that. Can we love that scenario? No, we become fearful. Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and planets and all space between, O great one. Seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are perturbed. This is the real situation. All the host of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them very much afraid are offering prayers with folded hands. Host of great sages and perfect being crying all peace are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns. See that how everything inside the Krishna. So when we do the worship of Krishna, just I'm repeating, thinking that you are worshipping everything because everything comes under the control of Krishna. All the various manifestations of Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, the Visvedevis, and through Avis and Marut, forefathers, Gandharvas, the Yakshas, Asuras, and perfect demigods are beholding you in wonder. O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your great form. With its many face, eyes, arms, thigh, legs, bellies, and your many terrible teeth, as they are disturbed as, so am I. He also accepting, yes, all the seeing these terrible forms, they are disturbed. I am also in the same situation. Arjun is himself admitting, O pervading Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouths and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. Arjun here now admitting that seeing this form, myself also cannot stay for more. I'm also become disturbed. He is accepting that because nobody can see this kind of scene. If we see the fire in the neighbor's house, how we scared. But because that's what Krishna Arjun desired beginning. But now he's slowly going to say, I don't want to see this fire. O Lord of Lords, O refuge of the worlds, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balance, seeing thus your blazing death like faces and awful teeth in all directions. I am bewildered. Now he's saying that. Now he's accepting, please, I don't want to see this form now. That's why Prabhupada says that sometimes we see, can I see Krishna? If Krishna is God, we sometimes we challenge our spiritual masters. Can you show me the God? Are we qualified to see the God first? If they want to see the God, can we see the God? Arjun himself just wanted to see the God in this form. He himself become bewildered. Who we are. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings, and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also are rushing into your fearful mouth, and some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth. Who is looking this scene? Arjun. See this already? Now Arjun realized that before the Mahabharata, they already dead. Son of Dhritarashtra, in Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and all the soldiers also are rushing into your fearful mouth. After seeing this all, Arjuna understood. This is already done. As many waves of rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter blazing into your mouth. I see all people rushing full speed into your mouth as moths dash to destruction in the blazing fire. O Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides with flaming mouth, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible, scorching rage. O Lord of Lords, so fierce your form, please tell me who you are. This is now, see the Krishna is Arjuna's friend, and he was always relishing and enjoying being with the Krishna. We see how he was so close to attached to Krishna, but seeing this form, Arjun also become bewildered, not only bewildered, up to that situation, he's asking again, I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission. I saying that, please tell me who you are and what is your mission. The Supreme Personality of God had said, time I am. That's why we see Mahabharata, Krishna says that मैं समय हूँ. Being that who is the Krishna? Krishna the time. The great destroyer of the great destroyer of the world. And I have come here to destroy all people with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. This already, Mahabharata actually already completed when Arjun saw this form. Because everything is already there. Even Krishna himself, Arjun looking that and saying that Krishna himself now replying to Arjun, saying that I am the time. And time is killing everybody. How the time is killing everybody? Everybody first getting the body, like take the birth, become the youth, growing, become old and dead. Everything is under the control of the time. And time is killing everybody. When sun rises, sunset, that so many, the so many living entities are not unmovable, unmovable, become the one day old. That's why slowly the time affecting and making everybody old. All the manifestation become one day old, sun rises and sun set. That's why slowly time affecting everybody and killing everybody. That's why Krishna says that मैं समय हूं. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy the flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement. And you, O Savasisi, can be put an instrument in the fight. Savasisi means great fight. Here Arjun, Krishna declaring Arjun as a great fighter. Now saying that this all, therefore get up, prepare to fight, win glory, conquer your enemies, enjoy flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement. They already dead. Mahabharata already over. You no need to do anything. What you need to do? Just take the credit. Sometime some devotee asking to this question to Prabhupada, then Mahabharata already over. Here, then why the Arjun, Krishna asking to Arjun again and again ready for fight? Prabhupada replied, because Krishna doesn't want to take the credit. He, the Krishna, is the Bhakt Vatsalya. He wants to give the credit to the devotees. He doesn't want to take the credit. Krishna says that in third chapter, I no need to do work. Still I'm working to show the society. Nothing in this, the manifesto in three loka, which I want to gain, which I cannot gain. Nothing is here to gain for me, nothing is here to lose for me. Still I'm working to show the whole society so they cannot give up the work. Sometimes devotees asking or new devotees, reading the Bhagavad Gita, we are thinking, give up everything and then no need to work. No, Krishna himself saying that I'm working here to show, because this is the sloka in third chapter, 22 sloka, which Krishna is declaring I'm working to show others so they will not give up their karma. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, and other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies in battle. See, this is a very boldly Krishna declaring that. This already destroyed. You are, because Arjun man the blocker, who was the Arjuna's main blocker in the Mahabharata? Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya. And he's all the gurus. But what Krishna is saying that they already destroyed. So therefore, kill them, do not disturb. because this is my plan and your plan is different. Sometimes we see like my plan is higher than Krishna's plan, and then become so anxiety, and sometimes we come in the so much disturbance and so much pressures. But when we thinking, no, my plan is nothing. The Krishna's plan is actual plan, and my plan is not actual plan. My plan could be the plan, but whatever the Krishna giving me, that is the actual plan, and we should accept that. Our proposal is not Krishna's proposal, but Krishna's proposal should be our proposal. 35. Sanjay said, O Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjun offered obeisance with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in the flattering voice as follows. This is the Sanjay saying to Dhritarashtra. He started 9th sloka onwards from this chapter. But Dhritarashtra so blind by the eyes as well as the spiritual knowledge, even he understood that, because after seeing the Sanjay was explaining each and everything to Dhritarashtra, he understood my son going to be die. Everybody going to be finished in this war. But still, even in the Mahabharata, Sanjay requested, still time is there. You can withdraw this, give that property or give that whatever the Pandavas deserve. Give them happily instead of Mahabharata. But he was so blind after seeing all this, still he was say no, let it go happen. And that's why he himself proposed the death of all his son. Because he was blind, he could not see. Arjun said, 36 sloka. Arjun said, O master of senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone become attached to you. Although perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. We see even when Krishna was in the Vrindavan, just Krishna was the small boy, how the demonic people attacking on the Vrindavan. Akasura, Bakasura, so many demons approached there. And what the end? Krishna killed everybody. That's why they fled here and there. But the devotees, what they do? They are perfected beings offer their respectful homage. That's why we worship the Krishna. The demonic people, they don't. Even they don't believe sometimes. Even that the very hard to believe the Krishna and the two-hand form Krishna himself going to be declared, very hard to understand me, especially in the two-hand form. The Syama Sundara form, very hard to understand. 37. O great one, O greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisances unto you? Who asking this? This Arjuna asking that. You are greater than everybody, but why still some the demonic people don't do the respect to you? O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe, you are the invisible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. You are the origin. Here the Arjuna is sharing the realization. The 14th sloka onwards, Arjuna again sharing his realization, what he is looking there and what he realized. So he is realizing, Krishna, you are everything. Everything comes from you. Still some demonic people don't worship you. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate century of this manifest cosmic world. You are knower of everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge. Above material modes, O limitless form, this whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. So this is Krishna even says that in 3rd chapter, everything, I am the source of everything. You are air, you are the supreme controller. You are fire, you are water, you are the moon, you are the Brahma, you are the first living creature, you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times again and again. This is the actual realization. Even we see the previous slokas when Krishna asking that how to realize you, how to see you, then Krishna telling 7th chapter, like I am the taste of the water. I am the tree among the tree, I am the banyan tree. How see the Krishna in the nature? This is again Arjun going to be confirmed. Arjuna here, he is reconfirmed. You are the water, you are the moon, you are the everything. Obeisances to you from the front, from the behind, from all sides. O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. And from here, we see how the seeing all that Krishna remembering his pastime when he was with playing with the childhood, and now realizing that what I did with the Krishna. Sometimes we see we even great personalities are passing nearby. We don't know who is that. If you made a mistake or by the funny joke or something you played with him, and then you realize this is a great personality. This is not ordinary person. The same thing we also thinking, oh, what I did. This person is a great person, what I was not knowing. Same thing Arjun also in this situation, see in this sloka. Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadav, O my friend, not knowing your glories. Please forgive me, forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. This is the see this after seeing this form before Arjun was playing with the Krishna and now recalling that time. What I did with you, please forgive. I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relaxed, lay on the same bed, or sat or ate together, sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. O infallible one, please excuse me for all those of offenses. Now he said, see, this is the real form. This is the urgent real realization. Before that, he never asked. He was playing with him. He was even he was playing and joking with him. Sometimes he's hitting him with like a friend. But here, after seeing this form, that is a that is the after seeing this form, he came in this situation. You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and non-moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds? O Lord, immeasurable power. So this is the sometimes we say Mayavadi form, sometimes wants to merge in the Krishna. No, we can only worship the Krishna if we want to really realize this the taste or this friendship or this relationship. That's why here we Krishna, nobody is greater than Krishna and nobody is equal to Krishna. And this is not like oh, somebody can become after some time. No, it's not like that. Krishna's position always the highest. By the tantra mantra or by yajna or by some power, nobody can become Krishna or nobody can become the greater than Krishna, not become the equal to Krishna. Krishna always highest. You are the supreme Lord, to be worshipped by every living beings. Thus I fall down to offer you may respectful obeisances and ask your mercy as the father tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend the impertinence of a friend, or a husband of familiarity of his wife. Please tolerate the wrong I may have done you. This Krishna giving the Arjun giving the analogy. Who is tolerate in this relationship, which is mentioned here, father, mother, friend, husband, wife. He's saying same thing, please accept if whatever I did wrong with you. After seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before. I am glad, but at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, O Lord of Lord, O Abode of the universe. Now he is asking again back, please, I cannot see this form for a long time. Now come in the different forms. Now see what the Arjuna is requesting. O universal form, O thousand arms Lord, I wish to see you, your four-hand arm form, which helmeted head with the club, wheel, conch, and lotus flower in your hand. I long to see you in that form. Now Arjuna is requesting for which form? Narayana form. Now based on his request, Arjuna after the Virat Rupa, he is going to be show him the Narayana form also. So see sometimes people asking, oh Vishnu Narayana, the Krishna is the avatar of Vishnu, all came from him only. Now he is going to be show the Narayana form, four-hand Narayana form. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjun, happily have I shown you by my eternal potency this supreme universe form within the material world. No one before you have ever seen this primal form, unlimited and full of glaring effulgence. Krishna is saying that whatever the universal form I am showing you, in the history, before you, nobody have seen this form. This is a very unique relationship between Krishna and Arjuna. O best of Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine. From neither by study the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifice, nor by charity, nor by pious activities, nor by severe penances, can I be seen in this form in the material world. Krishna himself declaring, by all this effort, nobody can see this form, which is I am showing you based on your request. Why? Because you are my eternal friend and my devotee. But by this all effort, nobody can see that. This all Krishna's mercy. Nobody can bind him. 49. You have perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished. My devotee, be free again from all disturbance. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire. This is that's why Krishna says that Bhakt Vatsalya. When we say, Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Deen Bandhu Jagatpate. So Krishna is the Deen Bandhu. Krishna is a friend of distressed persons. Krishna is a friend of poor persons. Nobody is better friend than Krishna. But we should accept this fact. Here Krishna is saying that Krishna even himself admitting, yes, this form is very horrible. I know you become fearful. Now let me come out from this form. Let me finish this now, the picture, which is you are seeing now. Let me come in the other form which you are desiring. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, having spoken thus to Arjuna, displayed his real form, real four-arm form, and at the last showed his two-arm form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. What he showed? He showed first Virat Rupa, from the Virat Rupa the four-hand Narayana form, and from four-hand Narayana form to two-hand. This is the real Krishna. Real form is the two-hand. This is called Vrindavan Dham Krishna, the Syam Sundara, the two-hand form of the Krishna. This is the original. Everything comes from him. We see so far. When Arjuna thus saw the Krishna in his original form, he said, O Janardhan, seeing this human-like form, so very beautiful, I am now composed in mind, and I am restored to my original nature. This is the real form we can worship to Krishna. We can relish this relationship we can become the peaceful just by the two hand form of Krishna. That's why we see that in our ICNJ temple, we have a Radha Shyam Sundar. Suppose if we have the Virat Rupa, can we worship him? No, nobody can go. Everybody is scared. That's why by his mercy only Krishna came and the two-hand Shyam Sundar form. Everybody going to worship, dressing him. That's why we can realize, we can establish the relationship, but the demonic people cannot do that. 52. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjun, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeing the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. Now Krishna himself saying that two-hand form is very difficult to see, even to whom? The demigods. This opportunity not easily available. Even we see that when Krishna was in Vrindavan, how the Brahmaji become bewildered, how Indra become bewildered. Brahmaji thinking he's a really God who is taking the food from the friend's mouth and eating. How this boy can be the God? This is not the God. If this is the God, let me take his exam. So what he did? He stolen all the cowherd boys, all the cowherd cows, the cows and cowherd boys. And then Krishna again regenerated. Same the Gopal and the cows. And then Brahmaji see, in my dham, everybody is sleeping here. And when he came in Vrindavan, he saw everything is here also. How is possible? Then he became bewildered. Then Brahma Stuti came, so Brahma praying to Krishna, I made a mistake because I wanted to take your exam. By the two-hand forms, to understand you is not easy. Without your mercy. That's why Krishna himself saying to Arjun, Arjun, this is not easy to see me in this. First of all, seeing this is not easy. And after seeing this two-hand form, not easy to believe really I am the God. Because Krishna's activity like a normal, the Gopals. Even Indra also become bewildered. Indra become proudy. When he was giving the too much the rain to Vrindavan because of his worship was stopped by Krishna. Krishna said, nobody will worship to Indra. He should worship the Govardhan. And he become bewildered. And he was giving so much water to Vrindavan and all the Brajavasis. 7 days, 7 nights, Krishna lifted the Govardhan. And after that, Indra realized, I made a mistake. I don't understand that the boy can be the God. So very, very hard to understand this form. 53. The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing the serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not by these means that one can see me as I am. 54. My dear Arjun, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way you can enter into the mysterious of my understanding. Understanding Krishna is the mysterious. But how to understand? By the undivided devotional service. The Krishna only we can understand by the loving devotional service. This is only the way to understand Krishna. There is no other way. Even Lord Kapila, Mother Devahuti asking in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, to Lord Kapila, Mother Devahuti saying that how to understand you. Lord Kapila replied, if you want to, or anybody wants to understand me, only the loving devotional service. And Krishna again and again saying that, Patram Puspam Phalam Toyam. Only give me the water, the leaf, and the fruits. But how? By the love. Krishna doesn't need our money. Krishna doesn't need the property. What he needs, just the love. By the loving relationship only, we can establish that the connection or by the Krishna to Krishna only. There is no other way. In Vrindavan, what did Krishna, did anybody give the money to Krishna? No. What the Krishna is doing? Just by the love of the Brajavasis, Krishna attracted. He doesn't need anything. He needs only the loving devotional service. Krishna says that big yogis, big, who knows the Chaturveda, three Vedas, or by own effort, they cannot understand me. Simply by the devotional service, the Brajavasi has no even the Vedic knowledge, but they have a love for Krishna. So love is the highest. But how the love come? By the practice, by the Vedic bhakti, for the neophyte devotee like us. We cannot go directly to that stage. Oh, I love this Krishna, I love no. Why the first follow the Prabhupada's instructions? By the Vedic bhakti. Prahlad Maharaj says that Navada bhakti is the key to understand the Krishna. 55. My dear Arjun, he who engage in pure devotional service, free from contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me supreme goal of life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. This is a guarantee. What the qualification? This is the Krishna giving the guarantee again and again. Bhagavad Gita, Punarjanamna Vidyate. How? First, do the devotional service, free from contaminations of fruitive activities. And he who works for me, that's why Krishna says that Man Mana Bhava Bhakto Madhyasi Mam Namaskar. Who makes me the supreme goal of life. That's why Krishna says that. How to make the supreme goal of the Krishna? Fix your mind for the Krishna's service. Who is friendly to every living beings? This is the one more qualification. He certainly comes to me. Then we can go back to Paul. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for listening me. Though I tried my best with the limited knowledge and limited realizations. So all you know better than me, please feel free to share and correct me. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Maharaj. Any question or any comments? So Mr. Prabhuji, now your call.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jagadisa Prabhu. So nicely covered the entire verses and what this chapter is meant for. What Krishna is revealed to Arjuna. And this chapter is pretty much gives us the idea who is the Supreme Lord. Since it is in the Bhakti Yoga section, it's very important that we understand who is that Supreme Lord, how he manifests, how he manifests his various potencies and energies. And how do we see him? How do we understand him? And then as we see in towards the end of the chapter, Krishna is revealing his original two-handed personal form, very beautiful form, that's Shyamasundara form. So declaring that this is the form that one has to worship. So nice. Thank you so much, Koji. Nicely explained all these wonderful points. So thank you, dear devotees, listening, and please share your thoughts and your realizations. What you would like to add and understand, any realizations. So please go ahead. Some thoughts, some realizations, some comments. If you have any questions? Yeah, there is a comment, Anjana Mataji. Very Krishna, very beautiful details. Yes, of course.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, please go ahead.
No question, actually, like very nicely explained, like details including that Virat form, and then how we are worshipping the current form in the temples. So that was like a very nicely explained in this chapter.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji.
Anybody has any questions? Since we went through and Arjuna could see everything, but why we are not seeing like that, like Arjuna? Just go ahead if anybody has any questions.
I would just
Prabhuji. Mhm. Sorry.
Go ahead, yeah. Anybody has any questions or comments? Any other thoughts?
No, just as Prabhuji mentioned, like how come Arjuna was able to see all this like form of Krishna, but not like people like us? But as I do hear somebody else was also trying to ask something, so please go ahead.
I was just trying to add that he was just so lucky to be able to, be with him, get the knowledge directly from him and actually see his real form. So
Yes, the answer so far I heard was like Arjuna was like a true devotional kind of friend of Krishna. So that's why he was able to see all this form of Krishna. That's what I understood from this details.
Yeah, Mataji, that's true. Because even we can see the Krishna is available nowadays also, Mataji, everywhere. But because to see the Krishna, even you see the first, even the Arjuna also wanted to see, but before showing this form, we see what the Krishna given to him, the spiritual eyes. Krishna himself saying that Arjuna, you cannot see me by this mood or this vision or this eyes. I need to give you the spiritual eyes. From that only you can see. Until unless we don't have the spiritual eyes, we cannot see even Krishna. We will see the Krishna was not in the closed room, right, Mataji? He was sitting in the midst of the army. But why others
Yes.
cannot see? He was not showing in the closed room, okay, let me show you only. No. But Arjun only can see because he was the pure devotee by the devotional service.
Yes, that's what I understood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Prabhupada have the Chaksar eyes. Prabhupada could see the Krishna. He many times he proved that I can see Krishna. And not only see,
Mhm.
Prabhupada always see the Krishna.
Can we see by meditating?
Mataji, we our mind are not that no, that's why we see the how the Krishna is saying that nobody can see me reading the Veda, the charity, the penance is by this and that. No, only the devotional service. Meditate. This Mataji just there's a mind exercise, but actually the meditate was recommended in the Satya. We cannot meditate. Because we see the meditation is the lengthy process. We see how the Kardam Muni, Dhruv Maharaj, they meditated thousand and thousand years. We cannot sit even the 1 hour.
Yeah.
So the
Is from
chanting
all
now is
this.
the
Mhm.
meditation now. If we chanting purely, Krishna, each and every syllable Krishna is there. When we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna is there. But our purity not that level to relish that relationship.
Also, so far I understood that maybe we are not that strong to stand that power and the strength of the Lord.
The faith, Mataji. Krishna says that the faith.
Mm.
We don't have a faith. First, we propose our own proposals, plans, right? If it doesn't work, then we become stressed. We don't have faith. And faith comes by the process.
Mm.
If you want to see Mataji, see your child, right? So without the faith, you don't hand over him on secret things to anybody, right? First, you need the faith. If you have faith on somebody, then you start sharing.
Yes.
Some thought you sharing with the all, some thought you sharing very close, and some very, very secret thought you share only the person you have 100% faith.
Slowly with age, what I learned, we stop sharing.
Yeah.
We become mature and we stop sharing and all that only.
No, without sharing, you cannot live, mother. You are sharing still with somebody, but you sharing the based on the category. Some very secret you share with very limited people. So that's where the devotional service. Krishna is giving his potency by the process. See the qualification also.
Yeah. Looks like I have interrupted other Mataji again. She was also
If
saying
somebody
something.
wants to add or something, yeah, Mr. Prabhuji, the many senior devotees are here, Mataji, to even answer. I'm also just beginner and learning.
The one thing I would like to add is Motherji's question is that whether why we are not able to see Krishna. So it's not that anybody, if anybody would like to see Krishna, only by the mercy of Krishna that's possible. Unless we have the mercy of Krishna, we are not able to move an inch in the devotional practices, devotional services. So this is the mercy of Krishna. Then how do we get the mercy of Krishna? How do we get? Only by the mercy of devotees, we get the mercy of Krishna. So how do we get the mercy of devotee? That we get the mercy of Krishna, then we get the mercy of devotees. So there's a little contradiction, right? So yes, it all starts from our sincere devotion or the faith. Then what happens? Krishna sees that sincere endeavor. Then sincere endeavor Krishna sees, and Krishna directs that pure soul, to a devotee. Then that soul is connected to a devotee. Then that devotee gets the mercy of that person gets the mercy of the devotees. And then slowly, by the mercy of devotees, he gets the mercy of Krishna. Then this is called the purificatory process. This is for the cleaning processes. So unless it's very clearly explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, see, our heart is covered with a lot of contamination, impurities. It's like that a mirror is covered with a lot of dust. We go and look at the mirror, we see our reflection now. We don't see it. So like that, when we are contaminated with a lot of impurities, we don't see Krishna, we don't see anything. We just see ourselves. So unless and until we clean the mirror, then when we clean nicely, then we can see that who we are. Like that. Unless we clean our heart, our impurities, we don't see ourselves, we don't see Krishna, we don't see anything else. Just see all buried reflections of ourselves, our ego, our ahangar, our pride, envy, so many anarthas that we see. That's all flourishes, that's all comes out. So by the process, by the mercy of devotees, like Srila Prabhupada showed such a mercy that we are here hearing. So like that, by the association of devotees, hearing from devotees, pure devotees, what happens slowly, we are cleaning our heart. And the best way, as Guruji explained, is that in this age of Kali, the best way to purify our heart is to chant the holy name. So here, Arjuna become so close friend and a devotee. It's a mercy of Krishna. So we all can have the mercy of Krishna one day become friend and a devotee. That time only that by the mercy of Krishna that we can see him. So there are so many books written on that. There is a book called Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sri Sanatana Goswami. That entire book is revealing this secret, how one can see Krishna, what needs to be done. So the primary process is actually begin chanting of the holy name. When we begin chanting of the holy name, that is the Chedodarpanamark. That's a process of cleaning our heart. Unless and until we clean our heart, we don't see anything. So it's very important that we get the association of devotee by the devotee's association and instruction. We chant the holy name, and then slowly, gradually we progress. And then slowly, then Krishna's mercy. In one point of time, Krishna, if you have that desire, I want to see Krishna, then you will see Krishna by the mercy of Krishna. I just wanted to add that. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you for such a wonderful realization. And
Today's chapter is very much clear. So,
yeah.
but there another question came to my mind, may not be connected to this chapter, or I can hold it for later. But before I forget, I want to mention that, with the other, worldly things or our daily routine, all that, the person is like normal, maybe we can say strong, or the person, the way the world is or the people are behaving. But when we come to this kind of satsang or the temple, or this, why we become, I don't know if the weak is the right word or not, but the tears, why we start crying, or is that crying, or just the tears they start flowing from the eyes? I know it's not connected to today's chapter. So should we hold this question for some other time?
No. It's a beautiful question. It's all related, Mamaji. Yes, correct.
So,
There is no, yeah,
why the eyes become wet, and
beautiful,
then
beautiful.
it's then the tears are flowing down, and it's tough to even ask question. I don't know what happened that time.
This is, yes, this is again, this is all the contamination as eradicating, cleaning, right? Cleaning, when our heart is getting cleaned, all these impurities comes out. Because of when we have say, I am so strong, it's a pride. It's a, what are we so strong about?
Yeah, I have seen many people, including myself. I can give the example, like the other people, how they talk about, oh, this person so strong, bossy, or things like that. Like in a good way, they mention that. And I have seen such people with the wet eyes and tears,
Yeah.
at in temple or at the time of satsang.
Yes, because
But
of that kind of feeling that I'm strong, or somebody say I'm so strong. That's just an illusion. That's our ego. That's our,
yes, I think others think about us like we are strong, but we know
yeah.
who
But
we
we
are.
are showing. So when we show off like that, I'm so powerful. I'm so rich. I'm so that. I'm so position, and I have that. I have this. So everybody has to follow me, and all these are impurities of it. So when we come in front of the Lord, then now we realize that what is our real position. We are nothing. We are nothing in front of the Lord, nothing in anything that compared to that. So then we come to that, we melting ourselves from that to this real. We are coming to our real identity. So when it comes to our real identity, then what happens? We slowly come to our real position and original realization. That's where actually we get this kind of tears and all, which we shaken. This is actually, there is also, this is the initial feelings of it. then
Mm.
then this is the initial feeling, but this is not bhava. There is a different other feeling called bhav. That happens when one gets mature, when a ripened fruit is more sweeter. So like that, this is just a symptom. This is just a beginning. So that means we are melting down. Our egos are going down. We are melting down. We are becoming so, what is called, we are so much of holdings, right? So much we are holding ourselves self-centric. Now it's all coming out, and then it's all coming, and now it's coming in front of the Lord. Now we are making a relationship with the Lord. So Lord, I am your servant. I'm your eternal part. I'm your servant. I'm indebted to you. What I was doing all these years, I was forgetting you. I was not doing anything for you. So now this is all coming out as a different feelings or different what is called tears in the form, maybe sound, chalks up,
Yes.
tears comes out, right? And we shivers
Mhm.
our body, and so many things, so many symptoms happens to our body. So what is happening because of now we are shaken. That means our ego, from our, this material, we are shaken to come to our real position. So now, like a person, something so attached to it, and he lose it, there is some kind of, reactions in his body. So likes that
Yes.
reactions happening. So then what happens now? We are realizing that okay, now we have some kind of feeling. Okay, so now we are understanding and we have feeling for the lordships, and then we gradually progress from there, and then we progress and progress and progress. Then we have intense love and desire for the Lord, devotion for the Lord. And then what happens after some point of time, we mature into that. That's where real power, and that's called Ashtaswatika Vigar. Ashtaswatika Vigar means 8 ecstatic symptoms. That means the moment we take the holy name, then the tears comes down. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tears comes down, and devotees chants tears comes down. Shivers their body. This is a real bhav. Because of that is also bhav, because of now we are getting more closer to Krishna, then we are really tasting. That's called ruchi. We are really having the
Mhm.
taste of the lordships and association with the lordships. Then what happens now? This bhava comes. So the initial what we are getting is actually that's our the impurities that which we have is actually getting rid of. These initial symptoms of it.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, Jagadisa Prabhu, please go ahead. And I took.
No, bro, thank you so much for answering to it. That's why I feel always protected, the senior devotee.
Yes. With all, like in this group or like with other devotees, right? Earlier when we were little, we were thinking our elders or our uncle, aunties, our parents, they are our god and our world, and we are revolving around them. And slowly, slowly with age, we start losing them. And then we are like, or maybe Krishna's showing mercy, or we are coming close to Krishna and all this. Like, even we don't know what's happening, but this is happening.
Yeah, that's true, Mata. Even Krishna is saying that Arjuna asking who you are, even what is your mission. Krishna is saying that I came here to destroy anybody at a time.
Mhm.
So not only that time, Mataji, Krishna is still there at the form of time, destroying everybody slowly, right? Who can claim that I am not being destroyed? Everything being destroyed day by day.
Yeah, actually, this chapter covered many things,
Yeah.
all these points. 54 or there was something, right? Mm.
Yeah. And Arjun Mataji, see the Arjun also after seeing the Krishna, he's also crying, remembering his the the activities when he as a being a friend, he's also remembering and crying. See, this is the Krishna's name. Prabhupada says that Krishna's name is sweeter than sugar. So once purity, and even Krishna say that undivided devotional service. When we fix in the devotional service, our mind is fixed, and then we fix in the Krishna's name. That's why in Kali Yuga, the recommended is the process is the Hari Nam. Every
Yeah.
yuga have its own recommended process for the bhakti. So the Krishna's name is very, very sweeter. But we don't realize it, but slowly, slowly, by the Prabhupada's mercy and Navada Bhakti and devotees association mercy, we can get
Yes.
into that more and more. And then you see, you mentioned that tears comes out. You see, Mata, this is the association effect. The Krishna's name is so sweeter. Just we involve the name and association, and then our heart become melted, right? And the
Yes.
tears comes out. The same way, like if you take the gold or iron, you put in the fire, beginning is not hot, but slowly if you keep on the association of the fire, even the iron become hot. Take the symptoms similar to fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same way we stay with the devotees association, slowly, slowly those symptoms also come to us. And then we
Yeah.
feel and then realize, like the iron rod become a hot, just the association with the fire.
That's why there are bhajans. Hari Naam bin kaun tare.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hari Krishna. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Mata. Very good.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, beautifully explained.
Your voice is not clear, bro. I think you are speaking far distance.
Is it okay now, Guruji?
Not yet. Can you come closer to speaker?
Yeah, Prabhuji, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear, bro. Yeah.
So, Hare Krishna, Guruji, Dandot Pranam, all goes to Sri Prabhupada. So, very beautifully explained, Prabhuji, that chapter summary. So, I just have one question. I was just wondering, as Arjuna is has seen Krishna's Lord Krishna's universal form, not with the material eyes, but the spiritual eyes, the vision that was, provided, given by the Lord, right? So I was just wondering if Sanjaya, who is narrating all this happening there, right, from the battlefield to Dhritarashtra, whether he also he was able to see the universal form of Krishna, or he was just only narrating what Arjuna is just saying about his experience. So I was just wondering, if you can share any insights on that.
Yeah, we can ask the Simha Prabhu and others also, but I can try, like if we see the Vyasdeva and asked to Dhritarashtra and Sanjay to see this all the scenario what going to be happen. Then Dhritarashtra says, I don't need, but Sanjay you can give, so he can going to explain me. So the Vyasdeva also given the spiritual eye to Sanjay to see
Correct.
this all the scene.
Yes. Yeah. So is it to be understood that even Sanjay was able to experience and see the universal form of the Lord, as the Lord has shown to Arjuna?
Yeah, that's my understanding, Prabhu. I think he was able to see that. That's why he narrating every time, like Arjun saying this now, Krishna is saying this now. You see the many slokas. He was narrating to Dhritarashtra, and now Sanjay, Krishna is saying this to Partha, Partha saying to this to Krishna. But let confirm from the Mr. Prabhu or very senior devotees are here. Mr. Prabhu, can you please confirm that?
Yes, Prabhuji, that is correct. That by the mercy of Vyasadev, Sanjay had that vision to see what is happening in the battlefield. So we know that from the beginning itself, the conversation between Arjuna and Krishna is narrated by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. So all that what has happened between Krishna and Arjuna was able to see, Sanjaya could see that, because of the Vyasadeva's, that spiritual, that boon that which gave to Sanjaya. So Sanjay was seeing everything like what he is seeing in front of his eyes. That's where it is mentioned that this universal form, Sanjaya could also see it, and also the demigods from the planets above, they were also able to see this universal form. Not only Arjuna.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
And thank you, Sudhakar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Sudhakar Prabhu, Mr. Prabhu, you are helping me a lot at the beginning. He is the key to bring me here.
Somebody else was also trying to speak. It's Achintya Manohar.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Could you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. Hare Krishna Prabhu. All good, Prabhu. Prabhuji, when Krishna went to as a Santiduta, at that time also he shown the Virat Rupa. And how that time people can see, I think, I don't know everyone can see, but some people can see. So how was the situation there? I think Bhishma Pitama can see that because of he's a Mahajana.
Yeah, that true. Duryodhana also could not see that time, even he was there. Only Drona, Bhishma Pitama, they could see. And I think Kripacharya also, he was available, I'm not sure that time. But yeah, these three personalities could see that the Virat Rupa, not Virat Rupa, the Krishna shows that time form. When Duryodhana tried to arrested Krishna.
So
Is
at
the
that time,
correct Mr. Prabhu?
Yeah, that was a partial expansion. That was not a Virat Rupa. I think that's one confusion here. That was not Virat Rupa actually. That was his one of the expansions, that opulence that which shows became so big, and the effulgences which came out from the body of Krishna, which blinded the all who were standing there, and they couldn't even realize what was happening. But yes, agreed that Bhishma, because he was a devotee of Krishna, could understand this is none other than this Vasudev's, that the form that which he shows is a transcendental form. And of course, Krishna's form is transcendental, but his Virat, not Virat, but his partial manifestations of his Narayana form. That was happened there. But the form which Krishna is revealing here, Virat Rupa, and Krishna was declaring, nobody has seen this before. Nobody has seen this before. That's the Virat Rupa Krishna was revealing. That's complete form of it, the universal form. Here Krishna was in the assembly of origin. Duryodhana was not universal form. That is a form. This is a partial form of Lord. That how he is, so great. Was that okay? Or?
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Correct.
And also there are many places, many times Krishna was showing like this, as Jagadisa Prabhu was saying that one was when Mother Yashoda wanted to see Krishna. That time Krishna was showing everything. But that was also not Virat Rupa. That was Krishna's also how he is actually in everything. Other thing is actually, one time it was mentioned that when Krishna was coming, another situation with one of the king, that time King wanted to also see that, and Krishna was showing that to that devotee as well. The other time is actually when Vamanadev appeared, Trivikrama form. He was expanded like anything, right? These are all very, very partial forms of the Lord, very other opulences of the Lord. But this is the only time that Krishna was actually showing how he is entered in everything as a Virat form, and how he is everything taking place in this world. Death is happening, birth is happening, fire, air, water, ether, wind, sky, sound, and killings, and see everything happening in this world, right? So this is also this part of this nature. This is also controlled by his the potency. So also this is also a temporary that Arjuna was seeing that Krishna's, that is not a permanent form actually. It is a temporary form. Like there is a why, then there is a question why there is a temporary form, or all forms of Krishna is spiritual. But this form Krishna was showing to Arjuna was his temporary form of, it doesn't exist into the spiritual realm. all Krishnas, all these multi forms exist in spiritual realm. But this universal form doesn't exist into the spiritual realm. There everything is happening as per the Yoga Maya. But here in this material world, everything is as per the Mahamaya. But then Krishna is actually also, this is various other potencies manifested here. And then it shows, this how is everything is controlled. As Krishna says that, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu Madasa. I am the truth. There is no truth beyond me. All those things, Krishna showed that. So that's because of, how Krishna is completely, Ishvara. Ishvara means controller. So, yeah.
So is it the same, Prabhuji, like that Bhagavatam explained at least 2-3 times about the Virat Roop or universal form?
Yeah.
But at the end, I think in third canto, I don't remember exactly. Yeah. So it is explained that there is no such universal form is there. It is for the neophyte who want to initially start to concentrate on the Lord,
Exactly.
to meditate on the universal form.
Yep. Yeah, Tinted candidate explains there as well. Yeah, beautiful.
Well, got it, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, anybody else like to add anything? Well, let's conclude. It's already 8:36. Okay, I think then let's conclude then today's session. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for joining. Thank you, Jagadisa Prabhu, nicely taking us through the chapter and completely covering that the importance, the relevance of this chapter, and wonderful discussions, questions. Thank you so much. And let's conclude today's session. Vancha kalpatarupasya.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वैष्णववृंद की
वैष्णव
जय।
वृंद की जय
गौरपाद की जय।
की जय
Srila Prabhupada ki
पाद की
jai.
जय
Vrinda Gaudi Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
जय
Srila Prabhupada ki
जय
Gaura Premanande.
हरि हरि
Hari
बोल
Hari Bol. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jagdish.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare
हरि
Krishna.
बोल। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.